For the first question, it was 27 fourths divided by 3 fourths equals 9. So the story problem I came up with was Joey is making bows of ribbon for her upcoming dance recital. A roll of ribbon is 6 3/4 yards long. If it takes 3/4 yard of ribbon to make each bow, then how many bows can she make in total? So I'll go over to this tab. So this is how I set it up. So I started by marking 0 and then 7 because 27 fourths is almost 7. And then I marked 6 3/4, which is the same as 27 fourths. That's why that's there. So then from there, I started counting back 3/4. So I went from 6 3/4 back 3/4 to 6. And I kept repeating this process until I got to 0. So then I went back and counted how many like little jumps I made. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that equals 9. So she can make 9 bows in total. Then the second question was 9 times 3/4 equals 27 fourths. So the problem I made was each lap around the park, Jack runs 3/4 of a mile. How far will he run in total if he runs 9 laps around the park? So here is how I set it up. I later discovered you could actually insert these little jumps right here, which I thought was cool. So again, I just marked from 0 all the way to 7 really, and then circled 6 3/4. So starting at 0, I made a jump of 3/4, and I continued to do this until I got to 27 fourths because and then this is 9 total jumps here. So kind of like the opposite direction I did last question, because we're taking 3/4 times 9. So it's like the same as 3/4 plus 3/4, and so on until you get to 9. So then you count the loops. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 total jumps. So there's that one. Question 3 was 3/4 divided by 27 fourths equals 1/9. Mallory practiced her trumpet for 3/4 of an hour today. She plans to practice for 27 fourths hours in total over the entire month. What fraction of her total practice time did she complete today? So I used the Amplify one. That was a lot easier. And I kind of used the video to help me understand this a little bit better. So it's really asking how many times 27 fourths can go into 3/4. And since this is a really big fraction trying to go into a small fraction, we're going to get a fraction as our answer. It's going to be pretty small. So I started by laying out 1/4. So on the bottom here, there are 27 of them to, represent 27 fourths all along here. And then here above it is 3/4. So then I realized we can break these into 9 separate pieces. So I go 1, 2, 3, and then I made a line. 1, 2, 3, made a line. I continued to do this till I got 9 total pieces. So each of these, like these 3/4, represents 1/9 each. That's how I got that. I'll go to the last question. 3/4 times 9 equals 27 fourths. So Jen is baking cupcakes for an upcoming bake sale. Each batch calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. If Jen bakes 9 total batches of cupcakes, how many cups of sugar will she use in total? So this means essentially that we're taking 3/4 and making 9 jumps out of it, because this is multiplication. So 3/4 times 9, until we get all the way to 27 fourths. So here, once again, I marked 0 and 7 and circled 6 3/4. Then I just started from 0, and we started with 3/4 and then kept going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little jumps to get to 27 fourths. So as you can see, that represents a 3/4 that we're taking 9 total times to get 27 fourths total.